Forget everything you think you know about climate activism. Because the truth is this: the most powerful weapon against climate change isn't panic, outrage, or endless scrolling through terrifying headlines. The greatest weapon is inner peace. The unshakable mind. Right now, millions of people are paralyzed by climate anxiety. They wake up, read the news, and feel powerless. But what if I told you that an ancient philosophy, forged in the fires of Rome and Athens, holds the blueprint for clarity, resilience, and purposeful action in the face of today's environmental crisis? This isn't about ignoring the science. It's about facing reality without despair. It's about turning fear into fuel and anxiety into meaningful action. This is modern Stoicism, and today we'll explore how it can transform your response to one of humanity's greatest challenges. The unshakable mind in a warming world. Let's begin here. Climate change is overwhelming. You read about wildfires, floods, droughts, rising seas, and suddenly your chest tightens. You feel helpless. The world feels too big, too broken. But Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What Marcus reminds us is simple yet revolutionary. You don't control the storms. You don't control the melting glaciers. You don't control government policies or corporate greed. What you do control is how you respond. You control your choices, your mindset, your actions. In a warming world, the unshakable mind becomes your most important survival tool. Without it, you collapse under fear. With it, you face reality calmly and you act with purpose. Beyond panic. Stoic principles for climate resilience. So, how do Stoic principles apply here? Let's break it down. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught, some things are up to us and some things are not. In the climate crisis, this principle is critical. You cannot single-handedly stop global warming, but you can choose your consumption, your habits, your engagement, your voice. Panic over the uncontrollable drains you. Focus on the controllable strengthens you. Virtue as the highest good. Stoicism teaches that the only true good is virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Think about how these apply to climate action. Wisdom, seeking facts, not fear-mongering. Courage, facing uncomfortable truths and taking action. Justice, recognizing our responsibility to future generations and to the vulnerable today. Temperance, practicing restraint in consumption, resisting the pull of endless materialism. Negative visualization. The Stoics practiced imagining loss, not to fall into despair, but to build gratitude and preparedness. Imagine a world without clean water, without safe seasons, without fertile soil. Not to paralyze yourself, but to sharpen your focus. When you imagine the worst, you are less shocked when challenges arrive and more committed to protecting what matters. This is not panic. This is preparedness, action, not anxiety. Stoicism in daily impact now. Let's take this out of the abstract and into the real world. Mindful consumption. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." What drives climate destruction? Endless craving. Consumption without thought. The Stoic path teaches temperance, living with enough, living deliberately. Every time you choose moderation, you make a stand. Community engagement with equanimity. Have you ever joined a cause only to burn out? Anger, frustration, infighting, it consumes many movements. Stoicism offers another path, equanimity. Engage, but don't let chaos consume your spirit. Act steadily, consistently, without rage, because true change isn't born from fury, but from disciplined persistence. Advocacy with reason. In today's polarized climate debates, most conversations collapse into blame. The Stoic way is different. Speak with reason, not rage. Focus on solutions, not enemies. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Don't mirror the panic. Don't mirror the hatred. Be calm. Be grounded. Be persuasive through clarity, not shouting. Coping with the uncontrollable. Serenity in the face of climate change. Here's the hard truth. You cannot control the entire trajectory of the planet. Even with all the right actions, disasters will still come. So what then? Do we collapse into despair? Or do we stand calmly and do what we can? Acceptance is key. Epictetus again. Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy. Acceptance doesn't mean surrender. It means facing reality as it is. When you accept that storms will come, you stop wasting energy on denial or despair. You start preparing. You act where you can. And most importantly, you find inner peace amidst external chaos. Because the truth is this: the world has always been unstable. Empires fall, disasters strike. Humanity survives not by controlling nature, but by controlling the self. The Stoic path forward: hope, resilience, and lasting change. So where do we go from here? Building personal resilience. Climate change will test us, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But Stoicism equips you with tools: the morning reflection, the evening review, the practice of negative visualization, the discipline of temperance. These are not abstract exercises. They are mental armor. Inspiring others. Through example. People don't follow words, they follow example. When you embody calm in the storm, when you live sustainably without self-righteousness, when you act steadily instead of collapsing into despair, you become a beacon. You inspire without even speaking, a legacy of conscious action. Marcus Aurelius asked himself daily, what will remain of me? You won't live forever, but your actions ripple. Your choices echo. By living as a Stoic in a changing climate, you leave behind a legacy, not of fear, but of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. So, here is the truth. Climate change is real. It is daunting, but it does not have to destroy your spirit. You can choose to meet this challenge with composure, clarity, and courage. Remember the Stoic lesson. Focus on what you control. Accept what you cannot. Act with virtue. And above all, protect your peace of mind. Because from that peace, real change flows. If this message resonates with you, don't just watch. Live it. Share it. Be the example. And if you want to continue strengthening your inner Stoic mindset, subscribe for more. Because this journey isn't about fear, it's about becoming unshakable.